forget what it was like to manage a close baseball game?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of almost do. We've been fortunate enough to put some runs up, and you're searching to put guys in key situations. You're also looking for situations that are going to make it better down the road. No team in the country has any interest in peaking, early in the season, and the way that happens is you go through some adversity, and kind of like last year, reminiscent of last year, I should say, in today's when we had some adversity and we did some things we didn't do that great, or some things that could have gone better. And yet we still won, which obviously makes everyone in that locker room happy.
What did you see from Redmond coming in with a full count in the eighth, dealing with Tim Elko, first and second, 2 outs there in the ninth? Just what did you see from him?
Tremendous presence and a lot of determination, and you could see kind of on the infielders' faces. They were waiting for him to come in, and it's kind of like, hey, we got to kind of batten down the hatches here, however you want to phrase everything that was going on out there. And then as soon as he got out there, he's smiling, and I forget what he said at the moment, but just kind of calmed everybody down. And that's the calming influence we've gotten out of all of our starters as of late. So it's nice to know it's at the back end of the game too.
With Camden, just what you see kind of went wrong for him?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a buzzkill for me. I mean, my job's to put guys in a situation where they're going to be successful. And we had already gotten him hot yesterday. He'd been down there a bunch this weekend. So maybe that attributed to it, or for whatever reason, he just wasn't as sharp as he's been 95% of the year and 95% of his career here too. I've said a million times, he's about as good as anyone we've had the last few years at just getting guys out. If you're talking about getting an out for the team, we have a ball go off the glove, and then you're only going to hold those guys down so long over there, no matter who you got on the mound. But fortunately, Red bailed him out, and I'm sure there'll be a time at some point where Cam either bails him out or us out.
And then the errors also contributed and was kind of a bugaboo throughout the weekend. How concerned are you about the defense moving forward?
Yesterday, highly. Not to discredit Mississippi, because really what Doe did was, put together an actual big league type performance, and that was what was the major difference yesterday. Some competitive at-bats would have been B or number 2 reasons why we won, but we just made countless mistakes on the bases and defensively, whereas today you could just kind of see it right out of the chute. A couple mile-high pop-ups, a couple tough hops. The hop that Trey Lipscomb made that play on, I thought the defense was really, really good today. We obviously just had a play that didn't go our way. I don't know if Jarrell was thinking, do I go to second or first with this one, or the runner ran in front of him or whatever, but he makes that play, again, 99% of the time. But, I walked in on the back half of the interview. When you got a good team is when you got a lot of trust, and Redmond's earned Jarrell's trust and vice versa.
Drew Beam, so efficient yet again. Is he surprising you at this point, and why was he so efficient today?
He kind of picked up where he did last week, but the mix was really good. And when you're originally recruiting the kid, you don't know quite what you're going to get with anybody. I don't care what you say in scouting, but you did kind of see a 3-pitch mix was going to be there for sure. And today, both guys, Diamond's known for kind of mixing pretty good. I thought the mix was outstanding in both sides of the plate. So it was really kind of a full arsenal he was throwing at their guys, and I think that's why he was able to keep those guys off balance. And it's happened twice during the series, I think. As soon as you go to the pen, it's not like we're bringing in a much worse guy or anything, but you can only hold those guys down for so long. So Drew, to do it on a day like today for that long, obviously kudos to him.
All 3 starters were dominant throughout the weekend. Just what did you see from them as a whole, and how sharp is that spearhead for y'all's team?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a staple for as long as we're all here because of Coach Anderson. But each guy kind of got a little better in certain areas. I've kind of already mentioned it post-game. And that's what you want, is you want to keep improving. You'd like to win, so you build confidence and everybody's happy, especially on the way home. But you're in this whole thing to challenge yourself and to see how good you can get. And those guys are young. They're young guys. Doe as well. So to improve and at the same time win is a great combination. But if you keep improving, in my opinion, eventually you're going to win anyhow.
Second game without a homer, but the offense was still able to get the job done for a second straight game. Just how pleased are you with the versatility in the offense?
Pleased to see it more than anything. I think we know that it's there. Coach Elander wants to be aggressive. Everybody on offense wants to be aggressive. There's some tools there that we can use. You even kind of feel Like what do I got to do here to involve a couple of these other weapons we have sitting in the dugout? Maybe Wednesday will be the day we do that. But I do think we got a lot of different ways we can produce, which is key. Because today the wind was blowing in pretty good. It died down a little bit as the game went on, but I mean, Luke hit that ball about as good as you can the opposite way. The ball wasn't going to carry for you if you're looking to just have home run derby. Kudos to their guy for getting it out of the park. That was a painful moment for us. But fortunately, we did kind of produce enough of those at-bats where we grinded things out, moved a runner. I mean, the big inning was Seth Stevenson just putting the ball in the four-hole, which he hasn't done, that much. And then Jordan Beck, I feel like he's in the same category as Mississippi hitters. You're not going to hold him down for that long. And now next thing you know, up the crazy man's up to bat, and he's obviously a great competitor.
Finally got a chance to get Blade warm in the bullpen. What does this week look like for him coming up?
It'd be nice to get him some activity. I don't think we want to define which day it is because you'd like it to kind of suit what we're looking for. And also, at this point, with kind of how he prepares as a starter, we don't want to have to be a rush situation. So I'd like to think, I hate guaranteeing anything, can't guarantee. He'll get an inning this week. I know he felt good down there. Told him to go down there, and I think he was shocked. And then he ran about as fast as any of our track and field athletes can do. So it's about time. I'm tired of getting text messages that are basically death threats from the kid.
Just what do you envision his role being at this point? I mean, you got 3 starters in the rotation. That it'd be pretty hard to tell one of them that you're not going to be starting anymore.
Well, to come right out of the chutes and be a starter, which at this point in the year, it's not like February. At this point in the year, a starter, all of us SEC coaches are looking for a guy to get us 6 or 7 innings, worst case scenario, 5, and keep us in the game. And he and Halvey are not going to be prepared to do that right out of the chute. So I haven't said this to them directly, but if you could be the messenger for me, they're going to have to, prepare to take the ball out of the bullpen and do the best job with it. As we build up their pitch count, then we'll kind of see what the best thing is for us to do.
And then Jared Dickey had to leave the game midway through. Just what's an update on him?
Patellar, and then a big word with a bunch of vowels in it that Woody said. I'm not quite sure what happened with his foot, but something back there in the front of there. Whereas initially when he dove the other day and made a really nice play, there was something wrong with his shin. So that's what I thought it was, because we were kind of keeping a close eye on it. But man, it feels good. Like I said yesterday, let your athletes be athletes. We have a nice group of them. You put Christian Scott in the game, he's equal to, if not a better defender. And then he took some big league swings and obviously had a hit to show for it, just missed another pitch. So C. Scott and some other guys are ready to fill the void, but when Jared's healthy, everybody loves seeing him play because of that mentality and energy he's got.